Hello everyone. Now today we are going to discuss theories of acids and bases. Now in order to explain acids and bases, a number of theories are available. Now we are now going to discuss few of those. So very first, Arrhenius theory. Now remember, Arrhenius theory is protonic theory. Now according to this theory, acid is a substance which when dissolved in water, it gives H plus ion. I mean, if any substance when dissolved in water gives H plus ion, then that substance is said to be acid. For example, consider HCl, hydrochloric acid. When it is dissolved in water, it undergoes dissociation producing H plus and Cl minus ion. So according to Arrhenius theory, it is acid. Another example can be given is of acetic acid. Now consider acetic acid. When this acetic acid is dissolved in water, it undergoes dissociation in feeble manner as it is weak acid, producing acetic acid, acetate ion and H plus ion. So as it also gives H plus ion when dissolved in water, it is also acid. Now what is base according to Arrhenius theory? Remember, as per Arrhenius theory, base is a substance which when dissolved in water give hydroxide ion. I mean, bases give hydroxide ion, that is OH minus ions when dissolved in water. Now for example, consider NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So when this base is dissolved in water, this substance undergo dissociation producing Na plus and OH minus ions. Therefore NaOH is base according to Arrhenius theory. Another example can be given is of NH4OH, that is ammonium hydroxide. So it also undergo dissociation producing ammonium ion and hydroxide ion. Therefore it is also base. But remember, ionization is in feeble manner. Now on the basis of extent of ionization, Arrhenius theory also explains strong acids, weak acids, strong bases and weak bases as well. So strong base is a substance which when dissolved in water give large number of OH minus ions. Best example can be given is of NaOH, KOH. These are the bases which when dissolved in water give large number of OH minus ions, hence are stronger one. Now weak bases on dissolution, when dissolved in water give less number of OH minus ions. Thus ammonium hydroxide is one of the finest examples of weak base. Now similarly, strong acids are the substance which when dissolved in water give large number of H plus ions. Best example can be given is of HCl, hydrochloric acid. HCl gives large number of H plus ions, hence HCl is strong acid. Now any substance which give less number of H plus ions when dissolved in water is said to be weak acid. For example, acetic acid, when it is dissolved in water give less number of H plus ions. Not only acetic acid but also all carboxylic acids are weak acids. Now this is the Arrhenius theory. Now there are certain limitations of this theory. So what are the limitations of Arrhenius theory? Now remember, very first thing, acidic or basic nature of substances were explained on the basis of their aqueous solution, not on the basis of substances themselves. Remember, I mean acidic and basic nature was explained on the basis of their aqueous solutions, not on the basis of substances themselves. That was the problem. Second very important thing is solvent properties are shown by other solvents. I mean solvent other than water, but those solvents remain left out of consideration. I mean other solvents were not considered in Arrhenius theory, only water got considered. Very important thing, any substance which failed to give H plus ion or OH minus ion when dissolved in water, then if those are acidic and basic, then this theory failed to explain acidic or basic nature of those substances. For example, it failed to explain acidity or acidic nature of salts like ammonium chloride NH4Cl, ferric chloride, that is FeCl3, etc., and basic nature of sodium acetate, etc. Now this is the big problem. Another thing, why and how ions are formed, that also could not be explained by this theory. Thus these are some of the limitations of Arrhenius theory. Now next to Arrhenius theory, another important theory got proposed, and that theory was the Bronsted-Lowry theory. Remember, Bronsted-Lowry theory is the proton donor acceptor concept. Now we are going to discuss Bronsted-Lowry theory. Now according to this theory, acid is any substance which can donate proton. Proton means H plus ion. Thus one can say donor of proton, that is H plus ion, is said to be acid. And on other hand, base is acceptor of proton, that is which tend to accept H plus ion. Thus acceptor of proton is said to be the base in this theory. Now take a look, consider example. When HCl is dissolved in water, so then what happens exactly? HCl tend to donate proton to water and lead to the formation of H3O plus and Cl minus aqueous. Now in this very case, HCl donating proton to water, thus HCl acting as acid, whereas water tend to accept a proton, thus acting as a base. Now on other hand, due to as HCl donate proton to water and water tend to accept proton from this HCl, new species get formed. So if this is acid 1, then this is acid 2, this is base 2, and this is base 1. So what are these two things? These two are the acid and bases which are formed due to donation and acceptance of proton by these two. Thus remember, HCl which has one proton more than that of Cl minus forms a conjugated acid base pair. I mean HCl and Cl minus is a conjugated acid base pair. On other hand, H2O and H3O plus form a conjugated acid base pair. So from this it is to be noted that the conjugated acid and base differ by proton. I mean conjugated acid has one H plus ion greater than that of its conjugated base. Another big thing to be noted is weak conjugated acid has strong conjugated base, or strong conjugated acid has weak conjugated base. This is to be noted. So this was the Bronsted-Lowry theory. But another thing to be remembered is, so substance must contain proton for donation. So if any substance which is acidic in nature but devoid of proton for donation, then this theory could not explain the nature of those type of substances. Now next very important theory, Lewis theory of acid and base. Remember, Lewis theory of acids and bases is electronic theory. I mean electron donor acceptor theory or electron donor acceptor concept. Now, according to this theory, base is any species which has ability to donate electron pair. I mean donor of electron pair is base, whereas acceptor of electron pair, acceptor of electron pair is said to be acid. Now, which species can donate electron pair, that is to be noted. So first thing is all negative ions. Anions are best examples of Lewis bases for sure. And second very important thing, the neutral molecules whose central atom contain lone pair of electron. So those lone pair can be donated easily. Thus those can act as Lewis bases. For example, ammonia. In ammonia, nitrogen has a lone pair. Thus that lone pair on nitrogen can be donated easily. Another thing, acid. So positively charged ions can accept a pair of electrons. Thus those can act as Lewis acid. Secondly, incomplete octet compounds like BF3, BeCl2 are able to accept a pair of electrons, thus can act as Lewis acids. So these are some of the acid-base theories to explain the nature of acids and bases. That's what all about. Thank you very much.